I'm James Armitage. I'm the Assistant Service Manager for Food Safety at Westminster City Council. I've worked for the council since about 2002.
I'm Mandy Cherrington and I'm Head of Economic Regeneration and Business Regulation Services, and I work for the London Borough of Sutton.
I'm Peter Astley, Head of Public Protection at Warrington Borough Council.
It's very important for us to deliver services to achieve safe workplaces, safe food businesses and fair trading environments for all of the residents, visitors and people that work in Westminster.
It's coming from a very supportive perspective. It's looking to assist business and encourage economic growth and development.
So it's about making sure that we hit hard on those that knowingly and flagrantly breach the law and support businesses to get it right first time, because we think that makes a difference.
As a primary authority, we will be talking to other regulators. And the great thing about primary authority is that it enables other regulators to make proportionate decisions based on the advice that they get from us.
Warrington is fairly strategically positioned in the northwest, and consequently we have a number of businesses based within the borough, and that was the logical starting point for us.
At Westminster, we'd had some experience of working within previous voluntary schemes, but we recognised very early the benefits of primary authority and decided that that was absolutely the way forward for us. Some of the challenges that we had to meet in delivering primary authority were to sort out some staff training, first of all, to help staff understand all about primary authority, what it involved and what the benefits were. Once members of staff were trained, once they understood what primary authority involved and they saw the benefits that could be realised by both businesses and local authorities, we had no problems in terms of their motivation and thirst for the scheme.
So the challenge is really actually looking at how we set aside our officer time really to develop the committee papers, all the things that you need to do to get the authorisation from the council, but also to develop the interest from businesses as well, and to work that up into something that we can actually launch. Cost recovery wasn't one of our primary motives for setting up our primary authority scheme in Warrington, but clearly we're under pressure, as most public protection departments are. And if we're taking primary authority agreements further than just basic compliance, we need to look at how we bring back some costs to enable us to reinvest that to consequently improve compliance.
I wouldn't say cost recovery was a barrier to business. Once they clearly understood the level of advice they were going to get and the partnership arrangement we were entering into and the obligation that we had made to support them and spelled out exactly the terms of that agreement, then that was not an issue.
Well, partnerships are never easy to set up by their very nature. So we sat down, we scoped the project, but we couldn't have really done this without the support of LBRO. The support provided was fantastic and enabled us to get the things like the committee papers written, to have the initial meetings with our businesses and to develop that interest, not only with the businesses, but with the staff too. And I think that made such a difference.
Clearly, businesses have to be convinced before they make any financial outlay that they're actually getting a real product. But once we had convinced them, and indeed we did, then they were on board. Yes, I think as a local authority it's quite right that we should be the primary authority. Nobody knows our businesses better than us. Nobody visits them as regularly as we do. So we're very well placed to understand them and understand the difficulties that they have with compliance, the areas where our efforts are best targeted.
This is a new relationship. These are new partnerships that we've formed with businesses. But primary authority has given us an opportunity to refresh the partnerships that we already had. And so, yes, it has changed our partnerships. It has changed the way we worked. But in our view, all for the better.
The future of primary authority in Warrington, it'll become embedded within the service that we deliver. It's a mechanism that we will use to continue to seek compliance with minimal intervention. I mean, that's what primary authority is all about.
It's being a primary authority, I think, has done a lot for morale in the service. It's difficult times for regulators with a shrinking public purse. But I think it has made regulators within my team think about how they can really support businesses, how that's one of their key aims, to enable compliance. And so I can see that's one of the best things we've taken from this.
We would say that primary authority is certainly worth considering. We're already starting to see some real benefits in Warrington. It is improving compliance, and authorities, we feel, would also see the benefits too. So we think it's certainly something that authorities need to consider as part of their armoury of tools to improve compliance.